Stop thinking this way if you want to win. Today I'm going to be talking about some of the common limiting beliefs that a lot of guys have and that I had for many years. Limiting beliefs that were keeping me down and miserable. So let's address them all one by one. The first one is, I'm not good enough to accomplish this goal. I hear that all the time. Guys are disqualifying themselves from the race before they've even taken their first step. You haven't even begun yet. And already you're like, no, I can't. You are your biggest hater. That's what you are. You're getting in your own way. You're self-sabotaging. You can't say that. That's an unfair statement to make because you haven't started. You haven't given it a solid attempt. Millions of men die having never truly taken a swing at bat. Never truly giving something their absolute 120%. Because they told themselves, no, I can't do that. I'm not as good as him. He has more time. He can do that. He has more money. Now, granted, there are things that will require funds in life in order to pursue, right? Certain businesses, ventures. I agree. However, it's the courage that these men were missing. It's much better as a man to try something and fail than to never try at all. Because you don't want to be laying on your deathbed, reflecting on your life with regret. You don't want that, man. At least if you gave it your absolute all and you didn't get it, you can respect yourself at the end of the day. You can look in the mirror and be like, you know what, man? I gave it absolutely everything. There's nothing more I could have done. But the majority of men don't even fucking start. Okay? So you can do it, man. You are good enough. Look, you're either very young, in which case you have no right to utter that statement because you're just starting off. You're still young. Okay, if you are 55, 60, well then the conversation may be a little bit different. And even when you're 55, 60, in most cases you are good enough. But you got to pull the trigger. And if anything, you've got life experience then. But if you're really young, you haven't started yet. You haven't started living life. So don't be uttering that statement, oh, I'm not good enough. You haven't even lived enough life yet. And the other thing I would say is that just because something appears difficult, it doesn't mean it actually is. It's just new. Something might be second nature to you. Maybe it's your ability to make people laugh. You're just naturally a funny guy. You've been thinking about pursuing comedy, doing stand-up, but you're like, oh no, I'm not good enough. Yes, you fucking are. Okay? You know, the first time I got into trading, I was like, what the fuck are all these lines on the screen? It was completely foreign to me. I had no idea what I was looking at. Now, yeah, you could say that Forex is somewhat challenging. I don't like using the word difficult because that puts me in a little box. It was just new to me at the time. It's new, so you know what? It's going to take a little bit of time to get used to. I've got to understand the terminologies, I've got to understand the market structure, etc., etc. So don't ever say I'm not good enough. Be like, you know what? This is new for me. So, you know, I'm going to focus on getting this thing going. I'm going to understand how this all works. I'm going to master my craft. But don't be saying, oh, I'm not good enough. It's too difficult. Don't be saying that. Okay, so that's the first statement. The second thing is, she's too good for me. A lot of guys say that. That's my better half. And I know a lot of guys say that as a joke. But some guys actually mean it. She's too good for me. She might leave me one day. Develop an abundance mindset, man. You believe in your own swagger, for fuck's sake. And look, a lot of guys will say that because they're not where they want to be in life. Maybe they're not making the money they want to make. But as a man, you are more than just money. You are more than just resources to a woman. Believe in your charisma. Believe in your ability to make her laugh. Believe in the way that you look. She wouldn't be with you if she didn't find you attractive. So you've passed the eye test. You look good enough for her to actually consider being in a relationship with you. Look, if a girl shows up on a date, that means you're attractive to her already. Because believe me, if you weren't attractive to her, she wouldn't have showed up. So believe in yourself a lot more, man. Because with that mindset, oh, she's too good for me, she might leave. She actually will end up leaving. Because women don't like a guy that's not sure of himself. You have a lot to offer a woman. Not just in your resources, but in your ability to make her laugh, in your charisma, in your knowledge, things that you have read up on, right? So don't be saying that. The next point is, it's too saturated. I get that a lot from guys who are considering starting a YouTube channel or doing whatever. It's too saturated though. Motherfucker, there's only one of me. There's only one Ali Ben-Hariz. I have my own unique twist on things. So I don't care if there's a million other bastards talking about the same topics I'm talking about. There's only one of me. Once again, believing in my own swagger, I do. When you say, oh, it's too saturated, what you're actually saying is, I don't think I'm good enough. That goes back to the first point I made. Okay? It's a lack of confidence thing. You got to start believing in yourself a lot more, fellas. Some of you, without even trying, have already accomplished quite a lot. Maybe you posted 1 or 2 videos, they went a little bit viral. Imagine if you post 100 more, 200 more. Some of you guys have got a glimpse of success. A little taste of it, a little starter. Now imagine you gave it your absolute 120%. Imagine the kind of results you could reap. Alright fellas, so don't be saying it's too saturated, man. There's only one of you. Yeah, you might talk about a topic that has been talked about before, but you can put your own twist on it. Okay? So fuck that whole it's too saturated. If anything, that means there's loads of opportunities. There's loads of people out there that could consume your content, that could buy your product. For example, if it's about a product, maybe you're selling a product that's abundantly available in the marketplace. Make it better. Right? Clothes, for example, people might be like, oh, well, there's loads of clothes being sold online. Motherfucker, put your own twist on it, man. Add your own little flavor to it. That's how you gotta see it, man. Okay? The next point is, it's too expensive. Now, granted, someone's gonna be like, oh, Ali, some things are too expensive. And I get it. That's how you think right now. However, what I mean by this statement is, when you utter that phrase out loud repeatedly, you box yourself in. You prevent yourself from thinking of the potential of one day owning this thing. You know, because I see it on videos all the time, in the comment section of car videos. Because I'm a car fanatic. I love just watching videos of old cars, of new cars, right? And in the comment section, one comment I frequently see is, never in a million lifetimes can I ever afford such a car. And things like that. And I'm thinking, mate, if you work your ass off, you master a high income skill, anything's possible. But you get guys saying, oh no, I'll never be able to afford that. They are dooming themselves to never being able to afford it. And look, whether or not you attain it, that's not the most important thing. It's believing that, you know what, if it's out there, if it's being sold, if another human being can buy it, I can buy it too. With hard work, hard, productive work over a sustained period of time, anything can happen. That's the mindset you should adopt. Because even if you don't achieve your goal of buying that $1 million car, you may be in a position to buy a $250,000 car. Because you had that in your mind. You know what? I can. Let me go out there and see what's possible for me. Okay? I don't want you to base your absolute happiness on whether you attain it or not, but it's the pursuit. It's telling yourself, you know what? I'm going to go for it. That's what's going to give you a meaningful life. Okay? So when you see things that, you know, maybe outside of your price range, don't be like, it's too expensive. Never in a million like, can I afford that? Don't be saying that shit. Be like, you know what? Okay. Familiarize yourself with wealth. Gentlemen, this is something I do on a frequent basis, and it may seem corny to some people, but those people aren't going to progress financially in life. Okay? When I mean familiarize myself with wealth, familiarize yourself with wealth, what I mean is go out there to $1 million show homes. Go to Lamborghini showrooms. Go sit in that Lamborghini Aventador SVJ. Take it all in. The leather. Maybe if you're lucky enough and it's outside, the guy can start it for you. Listen to that V12. Just take it all in, because one day, if you work your ass off, you could own that car. Okay, familiarize yourself with wealth. Because look, if you're in a family that maybe didn't grow up with money, you'll hear your parents often saying things like, money doesn't grow on trees, money is the root of all evil. So you grow up almost hating money, subconsciously. Okay? Go out there, start to slowly condition yourself to say, you know what, no, it's coming. Okay, it's coming, it's on the way. Finally, it will take too long. That's another phrase guys say. Oh, but you know, by the time I do, it's going to take forever. I'm already 28. The time is going to go by anyways, mate. 2024 will come and you'll be a year older. 2034 will come. The time is going to go by anyways. So you might as well. If it's something that you really want to do, if you've had it at the back of your mind for a while, you know, maybe I should start that YouTube channel talking about marine aquariums. Maybe I should do this. Maybe I should start that clothing line. Maybe I should pursue that degree. If you're alive and your heart is beating, you've got time. You can do it. Alright, on that note, I'm going to conclude this video. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you slam that like and subscribe button down below, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care.